What up, world? It's your boy Chuckwick Ills, aka Charles Brown, back again with another review. First, I want to ask you how you doing. You good? Good. So, I want to apologize in advance. I am sorry. This review is about the legendary artist Eminem and his new album titled Revival. I am sad. I didn't want to have to do this. But I told myself, if you're going to be true to these reviews and you're going to be true to yourself, you can't duck this. I can't duck this shit. I can't duck this. Eminem Revival. I don't even know what to say about this, bro. I told y'all a couple reviews ago that I would never review an album that I did not like. I'm gonna have to change that. I gotta review this album. This is really happening right now. Cause I'm really a fan of Eminem. I first heard Eminem when I was driving through New York. You know what? I'm not sure if that's the first time, but when I first grasped who Eminem was, I was driving through New York. This is when New York used to play all kind of new shit. They would play underground shit, depending on what station you switch to. And someone the DJ threw on My Name Is. The DJ threw on My Name Is. And actually, you know what? No. I heard My Name Is before that. Rhode Island, a college hip-hop station. Shout out to Real Rap Radio and them guys over there at WRIU. They threw on My Name Is. They play the underground hip-hop, and that's when I first heard it. Dope. Eminem, My Name Is, was so dope, you couldn't even tell that he was white. I'm not saying that that's a prerequisite or whatever, but you didn't know who he was. You just know it was a dope rapper. It didn't sound like some white boy trying to be whatever. It sounded like a dope-ass rapper. And I was like, yes, this is that shit right here. This what they won't fucking play on the radio. This that shit right here. You know what I'm saying? This was before, I don't even think he had signed with Dre yet. And that fucking song was amazing to me. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This shit they won't fucking play. They don't want you to hear this shit right here. This is fucking that was the shit. So from that point on, I learned he was running with like Outsiders out of Jersey. That whole Jersey clique. I heard that he was running with them a little bit, and he was on the battle scene, coming up and doing various battles here and there, blah blah blah. And somehow he got his tape to Dre, and Dre signed him, and the rest is history. So it was like, at the time, people don't remember, it was like, why Dre signing as white boy? Like, what the fuck is going on? I knew the dude was dope, but only underground cats knew he was dope. It was like, in the industry, they was like, why? You hear the stories, everybody says how many people turned down Eminem. Mad labels. Mad labels turned down Eminem. Mad execs to this day still catching heat for not signing Eminem. Dre was like literally the guy. He got that Eminem demo and changed the game forever. He saw something that a lot of these guys wasn't seeing. It was different. When the time Eminem dropped, this was like, what, late 90s? Something like that. And the game was oversaturated. The game was like garbage time. Like, it was like, we're gonna just oversaturate you with this bang bang shoot 'em up nonsense that's just been, you know, it just got ridiculous. It needed a fresh take. It needed an Eminem. The game needed someone with this weird vibe, because you gotta think Death Row was on its way out. All of that over gangster stuff, we were seeing right through it, because you can't be all this gangster and then Eazy-E at the White House with the president. You know what I'm saying? And it's just all kind of little stuff. Cube is making movies. All these guys that we thought were so gangster, you really started to see that these are just businessmen. Dre's married, Q's married, everybody's married, Snoop's married. Everybody's married with a wife, but they singing about bitches ain't shit, hoes and tricks. So it started to be like, it got to be something different. This stuff is not as cut and dry, thugged out, gangsterific as they would have you believe. So with that being said, it became a search for something else, because you couldn't believe all this stuff. So it has the, what's the flip side of this coin? And we got it with Eminem, signed to the most gangster rapper you've ever heard in your life. He didn't invent it, but he perfected gangster rap, which is Dr. Dre. He just signed this random white boy from Detroit or somewhere, and he got him talking about, hi, my name is, like, it's anti-rap at this point, but it was desperately needed. Like, what's the voice for that white kid in Minnesota, or that white kid in New York, or that skateboarder in freaking Atlanta, or whatever, that he's not a gangster, but he rather pop some pills and, you know what I'm saying, and fucking like fantasize about killing his mom and slapping his girlfriend. He'll never do it, but he needs that outlet. Where's the music for that Red Hot Chili Pepper kid? You know what I'm saying? Where's the music for that kid? Where's the music for that kid that listens to Weezer, or you know, whatever, Avril Lavigne, some other shit? Where's his rap? Where's his rap song? Because yeah, he's rebelling with his gangster rap, but he really wants something that he can really relate to. The gangster shit is just to turn up and piss your parents off. You know what I'm saying? But he's not going out here with an AK doing nothing crazy. So where's the rap for that kid? So along comes the perfect storm, is Eminem. He is that rap for that kid. He is that rap for that nerd that used to get bullied, still getting bullied. He's getting ostracized. He's getting picked on. He's depressed. He has these weird fantasies, but it's just entertainment to him. He's never going to act on it. You had all kind of strange stuff happening at the time. The world was changing. The internet, everything was changing the world. You needed something different. This was what Eminem brought to the table. I was like, finally, this is where this is going. We needed more, and I'm not even going to say intelligent rap, because Eminem was some of the most immature shit you've ever heard in your life. But it was immature to the point it was smart, because an immature person wouldn't come with some of this lyricism. So you have to be smart at the same time. Yeah, you can say your immature shit and you can attack Britney Spears and attack Christina Aguilera. You can come and attack Christina Aguilera. You can come and say little slick stuff about Manson, whatever you want to say. But you have to be smart with it. And this guy was extremely, you could tell he just sat in a room by himself and thought of this shit all day. Came in, changed the game. The world changed. Right now, you would not even have this skinny jean millennial shit where you can just be yourself. This Lupe Fiasco movement where you can just be, that did not exist. It did not exist pre-Eminem. It did not. Where the skinny, with G-Eazy, there is no G-Eazy. There is no Logic. You know what I'm saying? There is no, none of this shit that we got right now. Before Eminem. He wasn't them. He was him, which allowed them. He broke through with the squeakiest voice, the most obnoxious, I'm me type of rap you've ever heard in your life, and it sold millions. So you're going to get a chance now. The nerd in the corner, he may be the next millionaire. Plaid shirt, glasses. We could take that kid and maybe make him into something else. Or a skinny nerd kid like that may want to come out of his shell. Next thing you know, he's Machine Gun Kelly. Tatted up. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of wherever, the trailer or whatever he's from. I don't know. No one even said, before, you would have been embarrassed to say you were living in a trailer. You would have been embarrassed to say that you even had a girlfriend. Rappers didn't even say that, let alone that she cheated on you and you wanted to kill her, and that your mom was taking drugs and that she used to take you to the hospital with made up diseases or make you sick so she can take it. Who's saying that? Who's saying that? Who's talking about putting their girlfriend body in the trunk? Unless it's a dude that really was like going to put his girlfriend body in the trunk on some Scarface type shit. Horrorcore. Eminem changed this shit forever. You would never ever go back to just hard rap. It's never going to happen. Eminem took, see, Eminem is a student of the game. That's what most people don't understand. He doesn't just come up with this shit out of nowhere. This is grave diggers. This is horrorcore. This is macabre shit that was being done already. Then you take Redman, Isham, you take all of this stuff that already existed. But it was, everything I'm talking about was underground. It was there, but it was never mainstream. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, you're taking underground concepts, underground topics, things that was already on that level. Macabre shit, they were already doing that, but it didn't exist in the mainstream. Ghetto Boys had a song that was so horrific, it got banned. And you wasn't able to hear that song. We still heard it, but at some point they were burning CDs and smashing cassette tapes that contained this kind of shit just because it was so ridiculous. In steps Eminem. He takes a little bit of that, then he takes a little bit of the working man angst, and then he takes a little bit of I've been bullied in school, and you know, and also he takes the battle rap, just outsmarting you in a battle. He's taking all that shit, combining it. Then you got the blonde hair, and he's cute to some people. Put all that shit in a fucking, that's a marketing wet dream right there. All you have to do is market the shit right. Take him in there with Dre, who's perfecting everything. They probably did 100 songs. Dre probably was like, all right, this is 7 that we got. Now we got to do 100 more. So you're in the perfect scenario. Yes, anybody could have signed him, but it wouldn't have worked anywhere else but with Dre. When Dre co-signed him, now you got people listening to him that would have never listened to him. This is Dr. Dre. This is NWA. This is the homie. This is Aftermath Records. And Aftermath needed him. Completely saved that shit. You wouldn't even have Aftermath without Eminem. Okay, what you say? So now you got this intelligent, this thinker, this guy who pretty much sat in a bubble of his own creation, went through mad hard shit and understood this game, understood that there's mad people out there like that feel the same way. What you gonna do at this point? All you're gonna do is tap into that. He tapped into the underground shit that was already there. The marketing pushed him over the top with Dre. Now you got underground and the mainstream both buying your shit, saying you're the greatest shit since sliced bread. And I supported it. Yeah, you get these, you know, these pseudo black guys that don't support Eminem. They would never give him the credit he deserves. But that's life. It's going to always be somebody that don't like you. But at the end of the day, Eminem gets the credit he deserves. It's just tough because some people won't put him in the top 5 no matter what. They won't put him in the top 10 no matter what. And I struggle with that. I mean, my top 10 is locked in. But Eminem, when you bring him up, I have to be like, ah, yeah, that's tough. I can't not put him in there. But that means bumping somebody that's great. But at this point, Eminem is great. Bottom line. No matter what this album sounds like, and that's why it's so painful. Because this album hurt. It hurt. And I understand why. And I did some thinking about this. I had, what was it, I think 2 weeks to think about this album. And I understand what happened. But let me just say, Eminem, I think 10 #1 smash albums. No one's outsold this guy. This guy's selling like Tupac. I don't know if he outsold Tupac or not. You can tell me. But Tupac is the #1 selling rapper. And I think Eminem may be the one that has passed him in some degree at some point. So we can't take none from him. This guy is great. bars, everything right there. And now I'll tell you the rest of your life, as long as you live, Nas is the greatest lyricist on the face of the earth. No one is better than Nas at pure lyrics. It is what it is. Nas is the greatest lyricist in the world. Point blank. But Eminem has earned a spot. Earned a spot. Not because he sold records. Not because he got 1 million fans in every freaking city. It's because what he has actually said on these records, even as recently as Rap God. Go listen to Rap God. The bars, the structure. He hit about 40 different flows on that one song. That is a god. The average guy try to do a Rap God record is going to sound ridiculous. It's going to sound long, drawn out, and unbearable. So Eminem loses nothing with this album. His legacy is in stone. 8 Mile could be top 3 rap movies ever created. It's debatable, but it could be. Top 5 without question. You got Beat Street. You got Juice. You got the Curtis Blow, Fat Boys, LL Cool J movie. You got that. You got Run DMC's Tougher Than Leather. If we're going to say just rap movies. You got Breaking 1, Breaking 2. If you're talking about rap, hip-hop itself. You have... I don't know if we want to count those documentaries, but I think we kind of have to. The ones with Method Man and Jay-Z and, you know, Hard Knock Life and all that stuff. Are we counting those? I say we are. I don't know if we're counting Streets is Watching, but at the end of the day, the movie, the 8 Mile movie is a classic movie. It's right there with anything you want to bring out. You got Beef 1, Beef 2, Beef 3, Beef 4. All of that is in that hip-hop rap lane, and you have to have seen 8 Mile. Point blank. You have to. To be considered a hip-hop head, you have had to have watched that. And it tells the story of what we do with this hip-hop culture. Now, I say that to say this. I've listened to a lot of Eminem. From the first one, Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers. I've listened to Rehab, all that shit. I've listened to pretty much almost everything Eminem has dropped. I've seen the progression. I've seen the backslides. I've seen everything. I've seen when he's shook up the world. He came out with 100 Eminems at the Grammys or whatever it was, MTV Awards, Grammy, whatever. I've seen all that. I've seen him perform with Elton John after being called a homophobe and a gay basher. I've seen this man's entire career. I've seen the back and forth with Christina Aguilera. I've seen the back and forth with Britney. I've seen all this. I've seen the Mariah breakup. The little, which I never understood why he even got Mariah, but that's another topic. I've seen just the signing of 50 Cent. I've seen this guy's entire career. We're talking about, I want to say, are we talking 20 years yet? I don't know if it's 20, but it's getting damn close to 20. And with that being said, this album doesn't hurt his legacy, but it does, because to me, who is this album for? Point blank. I know I did the other review of XXXTentacion, and I said it wasn't a hip-hop album. I don't consider him a hip-hop artist. He has no legacy. That's his first album. So yes, I was like, this is not a rap album. So I'm gonna grade this like a singing album. If you're grading on rap, it has no grade. It's not a rap album. It's like a Drake album. You'll never hear me get on here and saying, oh, the Drake album is whatever. It's not a rap album. But my dude, Eminem, we only heard of him from rap. We don't know him from singing. We don't know him from poetry readings, or we don't know him from tap dancing. This is a rapper. This is a rapper's rapper. This is top 5 debatable in any freaking category. This is Eminem. This is what he does. So when you bring out an album called Revival, and I should have known the rollout was kind of scary in the first place, with the fake commercials about prescription drug, I think it was called Revival or whatever, and it was very, very creative. I was like, oh, this is Eminem gonna do it again. I like this. I don't know why people talking shit. He put a billboard in Manhattan or whatever. People are clowning it. I'm like, this shit is genius to me, and I'm gonna be excited about this album until the album actually came. First of all, when Walking Water came out and I put it on, I could not believe. I literally was in disbelief that this guy put this album out, this song out, because it's not a song that should even come out under Eminem's brand. He's trying, in hindsight, it's like he's setting you up to say, I know this album is not what you expect and it's kind of garbage, but I'm going to lead you in to try to sway you to get where I'm at with this. And I don't think he's that, I don't think he's ahead of us with this album. I think he's nowhere in the vicinity. He's not in the galaxy we're in right now. With hip hop, I think Eminem is like, he reached Super Saiyan status, but he has no one to fight anymore. Imagine you're a Super Saiyan and you have no one to fight. So at that point, you're left to your own devices. You're training with no one to train against. You're training against yourself. You can't beat yourself. So you stop trying. You're doing the same moves against each other. At this point, it's not even a fight anymore. So you got this immensely powerful man with no one to fight. He tried to set his eyes on Trump. That's not a fight. No one can defeat Trump. Trump cannot be defeated, bro. Not with raps. Not with raps. It's not going to work. That's not a guy you're fighting. Trump cannot be defeated. He is not able to, at this point, be defeated. Not by some rapper spitting bars at him, calling him orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, whatever, with a toupee. At this point, spitting bars at Trump, people have been doing that for 2 years. It's not going to work. I think M is in his own bubble, in his own constructed world. I think he's isolated. He's in a mansion, castle, suite, penthouse, something that is so detached from where we are, and his level of importance on things is not where the culture was there a year ago, point blank. A year ago, they was doing fuck Trump and all this Trump anti. At this point, it is what it is. All we can do is do for us at this point. We can't fight Trump right now. That's not where this is going right now. So I think that there is a lack of, I could be 100% wrong. I think there's a lack of interaction with the culture and people in it, the subordinates, the lower level people, the people that are on the ground floor of this. Now, I could say Eminem is either way out of touch with hip-hop or so in tune with it. He's trying to please too many people with too many type of songs that seem to be so formulaic that they're terrible. What you get in rap and hip-hop right now, if you got some whiz kid guy who has made some type of algorithm that has every element of rap thrown in to spit out the data for the perfect rap concoction, I guarantee you that shit is trash. I promise you. Put everything that you know about rap and hip hop into a computer, have that shit analyze the data, and it will come out with the most garbage track you've ever heard in your life. It don't work like that. Rap does not work like that. You cannot click and shoot. You cannot ABC this shit. You cannot. And when you're out of touch, out of tune with where the sun, you don't even got to be in tune. You got to make the tune. You're Eminem. Look at what Jay did. Jay has nothing at all to rap about. right now that you have not heard. Eminem has nothing to rap about that you have not heard. At this point, the raps are going to be secondary. Believe me or not, the raps are going to be secondary. There is nothing Jay can spit that you can't get somewhere else. It's going to be the actual song that he creates, the music that he puts behind his bars that we're going to pay attention to. The beats. The beats. This is me right now with Eminem. What Eminem should have done, I've seen it, he's been doing this for a while. I saw a post online, quite a few posts. When did Eminem become Macklemore? So wait, now Eminem is doing Macklemore? When did Eminem become the new Macklemore? When did Macklemore have better bars? Like, it's all laid out for you. Eminem has been doing Macklemore before you heard of Macklemore. But now you got Macklemore, so Eminem could never do that again. You know what I'm saying? Eminem can never do G-Eazy again. He can never do that again. He can never do any of this stuff. He can never do Machine Gun. He can never do any of that stuff again. He can't. Because the first criticism is going to be, when did Eminem become insert rapper? When did Eminem become this emo? That's what they're going to do to this guy. He cannot do that again. And that's where this stuff has been going since Rehab and Relapse and all, whatever it is. It's been going with this. I'm doing these big anthems, these festival tracks, these power ballads. It's become laughable. You get some female with a great voice, write her some kind of introspective hook, slap 3 verses on it, you got your smash formula. For G-Eazy, that's great. For Macklemore, that's great. They don't have the legacy of an Eminem. Eminem started that playbook. He started that. I'm going to confess everything over a big landscape, a soundscape, and I'm going to bring in someone who could sing better than me, because I can't sing. So I'm going to bring in a powerful voice, have her sing my words, and that'll connect with the other side, the mainstream side, while I spit these bars for the misunderstood, the downtrodden, the judged, and the persecuted. I'm going to spit that. Both will combine, and I'll have a hit record. We've seen this playbook far too many times. So at this point, when you're coming out as Eminem, who made the playbook, mind you, do you think the Patriots are still doing the same plays that they were doing in 01 or 05? Like, everyone is doing the playbook now. You can't come back with the same playbook and be like, I invented it, I can do it. No. Jay-Z did not come back with money, cash, holes, and all this. He came back with 444. He stripped all the shit down. Everything you didn't expect. Everything that the underground said was supposed to happen. What would have been a classic on the underground, when you don't need to make money from it, is what Jay-Z did. Now, Eminem, he don't got to do anything he want to do. But at the end of the day, when you want us, the hip-hop heads, to respect what you're doing, the underground cats that have been following you since My Name Is, and you've been the champion of this. We've been getting in online fights for your right to be placed in the top 10. We've been fighting that black-white issue for you. We've been defending your use of the N-word when you were younger. We've defended all that nonsense. We have been here putting on your records when they were like, he's a homophobe. We were like, no one says faggot anymore in that meaning. We were defending you. As you drift further and further and further away from us into some, what is this shit? Like, seriously. I get it that the 14-year-olds in Idaho gonna fucking think this is genius. They're gonna be fucking blown away with this shit. Neither one of us, bro, is 14 years old. You ain't 14 and I ain't 14. So I need to hear the shit that I've been waiting for. This shit is garbage. I don't give a fuck what you say. And it's a slap in the face because your fan base is us. We're 30s and 40s. That's your fan base. You're making this shit for, I don't know who this shit for. I don't know who this shit is for. But we're your fan base. We're grown older. It's just like somebody from the Mickey Mouse Club who gets on Mickey Mouse Club, Selena Gomez, Justin Timberlake, who gets their fan base at 8. That ain't the same kid at 16 and 26 and 36. You're not going to go make shit from Mickey Mouse Club when you're fucking 36 years old. So some of this shit, as a grown man, I see right through this. When you got a minimum, it's at least, off the top of my head, at least 7 songs on here where you brought in a mainstream R&B person for the hook. You already got trash off the top. I don't even need to hear the shit. I know it's trash. 7 different, who we got? Beyonce, Ed Sheeran, Alicia Keys, Skylar Grey, Pink, Kalani. The fuck is this shit? And then you got Rick Rubin. Now let me just say this. I'm a fan of Rick Rubin in 1986. 1986. I was listening to I Can't Live Without My Radio, Sucker MCs, Tougher Than Left, all that shit. 86, 87, 89. Beastie Boys is the greatest fucking musical band ever. To me. Hip-hop band ever. I live and die by the fucking Beastie Boys. Signed to Rick Rubin, Deaf American, all that. It's great. This is early 90s shit. It is 2018. And Rick Rubin is still making the same songs. With a better studio. The same songs. From 1986, 87, 91, all that shit. I don't want to hear this shit no more. I don't want to hear it. I don't know why these major, these icons, I think Rick Rubin is a bucket list, which is fine, is whatever. It shouldn't be. I like Rick Rubin. I don't want to hear this shit no more. I don't want to hear this shit no more. It's taking great MCs into a territory. They don't rap like that no more. They don't. We don't. No one raps like that. The beats that Rick Rubin's going to give you, it sounds like it's back in the day. Run DMC about to bust out rapping on some Tougher Than Leather shit. This is old shit. It doesn't sound right. The rock guitar with it's trash. It's fucking trash. It is what it is. So, I'm going to go into this album review, and I'm going to review every song that I can review. I couldn't get through most of this shit, bro. To be honest with you. Eminem cannot save this shit. He sounds like he mixed this shit himself with no help, with no one around. That's why you get these songs where you have no feedback. No one to say, oh, that's not what it... When there's no connection to the outside world, and you're in your own bubble of whatever kind of nonsense you're in, and then you write this shit all day, and you listen to yourself all day, and then you turn on the radio and you hear Lil Yachty or Lil Uzi, and you think that's what the culture is. That's not the culture. That shit will not be here long. So it's like you're trying to do a classic right now. You're in your twilight years. These should be classic songs, not some shit that I'm going to hear on a goddamn Macklemore album. And I know it's people that like this shit. That's fine. Who cares? I don't care. That has nothing to do with me. There's some people that love this kind of shit. I don't. This is not hip-hop to me. It's not. This is trash rap. And I don't even make videos about... If I don't like the shit, I won't even fucking make a video. I won't even talk about it. This is complete garbage from a veteran that knows better than this. I put on my Twitter... Static Selector, whose album is fucking dope. Need to get with Eminem. They need to do an entire album. 10 songs, 13 songs, 15, all of it. Because obviously what this guy is doing with his own music, or he's bringing a river, all this shit is borderline garbage. Unbearable. Trash. And I'm not telling you not to like it, but I'm telling you my opinion of it. And the only reason I'm giving it a D+ because it's Eminem. Point blank. I can't listen to this shit. Point blank. So I'm gonna go break down. I'm gonna just quickly, because I'm like so fucking unimpressed with this garbage. I can't even tell you. And Eminem has moved so far from the Eminem that we knew. Rabbit with the vomit on the sweater, mom spaghetti, all that shit. Where's that guy? Where's that guy? I don't know, man. I don't know. Eminem Revival, if you're still sticking around in here, I'm going to go song for song. First song, Walk on Water, Beyonce, garbage. Where's the beat at? This shit is trash. Don't make a song telling me, boo-hoo, that people putting too much pressure on you. Nobody asked for this album. No one. Who asked for this shit? You could have bowed out. No one would have even batted an eye, bro. The Trump freestyle on BET Awards was great for what it was. I watched it probably twice, and I gave him props. I defended him on social media against people who were talking shit, because I thought that was just a one-off. Now he's going to hit us with... He hit us with that because he had the platform. I didn't know this was going to be a theme on the album. But other than that, like, you're boo-hooing. You got scribbles in the song like it's Stan Part 2. None of this is Stan. None of it. Beyonce did it, and I heard she was the second choice. What up? I heard this Water. I heard Walk on Water. And at the end of that song, I was like, the very first time I played it, I was like, I have zero reason to listen to this song again. It has no replay value whatsoever. And I had to play it again, let my wife hear it. I played it for her. She had nothing to say about it. And this is the biggest Beyonce fan in the world. She did not have anything to say about it. So that you bring in Beyonce, it's a smash. You missed the mark on that. So that's not going to work. So let's go to the next one. Believe, with the trap beat. Sound like he recorded that himself. Well, they got they got new equipment now, but to me it sounded like he pressed the button, went in the booth, did the verse, came back out, pressed the button, stopped it. Like no one was there, because it sounded like no input is being put on this album. It sounded like no input. And when I say you got to listen to classic material to make a classic album, I say that all the time. What did you listen to think this was a classic album? What classic sounds like this? One. Give me one. One classic that sounds like this album. Next song. Chloroseptic. Possibly the most garbage hook I've ever heard in my life. In your throat like chloroseptic. Next song. Untouchable. I don't even know who produced it, but I'm assuming that Rick Rubin produced this. Stop. Stop. I wish I was there to delete this shit. The entire album. I'm starting to think that all the people on Twitter saying this album is great are either little kids or paid robots. Because I went down my Twitter and it was like, this album is amazing. Em, you did it again. This is crazy. Who's saying this? Who's telling this man this is good? Then I watch Everyday Struggle, Who Kids on this saying, because this is his DJ. He's saying he's making songs for big venues, festival songs, 10,000 people, da-da-da. It don't mean it's not garbage. It does not mean it's not garbage. This Untouchable song, I still haven't finished it. It's so cringy. What are you doing? I don't need Eminem on a soapbox for nothing. For no one. This isn't Marshall Mathers or Slim Shady. I don't know who this person is. Give me another name, because I don't know who's rapping. I can't identify with this guy. I don't know. It came in with this pseudo 1989 Hank Shockley Bomb Squad beat that doesn't play well and then tries to flip it. It's not good. It's not good. Next song, The River, and I love Ed Sheeran. And Ed Sheeran said that his dream collab was working with Eminem. I guarantee he didn't expect it to be like this. And it's not that bad. It's mediocre. It's mediocre. And we don't expect mediocre from Eminem. Next song. Remind Me intro is trash. Remind Me is garbage. Enough from Rick Rubin. Revival interlude. The interlude is the first good song on this album. To me. The interlude. The Revival interlude is the first hint of fucking quality on this trash ass album. Next thing. Like Home featuring Alicia Keys. It sounds like a fake TV commercial. We're still doing the Trump bashing. Who is doing that? Who is dedicating an entire song to Donald Trump? This guy doesn't barely deserve a line of your fucking time. You hit him with a line, you move on. You don't make an entire song to Donald Trump. We don't do that. Bad Husband. It sounds like Quest for Fire. The movie, it is like, who is this for? Is this about Kim? Kim. We're still talking about Kim. Process that. I'm not saying I never talk about Kim, but I don't know if Bad Husband is about Kim. I'm going to go ahead and assume. You can tell me if I'm wrong. If Bad Husband is about Kim, this is horrifying. They ain't even together anymore. Or are they back together? I don't even. If you're back together, why are you making this song? I don't even know anymore. Haley is like, she graduated college, I think. Like, what are we still talking about this stuff for? Tragic Endings is the next song featuring Skylar Grey. Is this for like drunk white girls in like dive bars? Like, where are we going with this shit? Where's the song for me? I honestly want to know. Where's the song for me? Where's the song for the hip-hop heads that surely went out and bought this shit? You ain't making that no more. It ain't no songs for us no more. Ain't no songs for us no more. We done. We done here. We're done here. Framed is a good song. The first song, that's a good song. Framed is good. Whatever. At this point, who cares? It took me weeks to even listen to this shit. Because every time I put it on, I could not understand why this was so trash. His voice sounds trash. The rhymes sound trash. Even in his best verses on here sound trash when you get the beat with it. Nowhere Fast featuring Kalani. Another pop star on a pop song with a pop hook. Who cares, man? Like, it is what... If this is where you're going, then just let us know, man. Let us know. If you're pop and you're trying to make Drake numbers and you're trying to do Kendrick numbers, but do it whatever kind of... Just let us know so we can check out, man. Let us know so we can check out. Please. I'm checking out anyway. Until I see confirmation that you're getting with some Pete Rocks, some Static Selectors, some Ninth Wonder. I need some good music, bro. I need you now. You did this pop shit. Heat is trash. Offended is decent. Needed Me with Pink. Give Pink her song back. In Your Head. What's different about this shit? A Rose. Who is this for? When you're ready, Mr. Mathers, Slim Shady. When you're ready, let me know. Let us know. The hip hop community. I do hip hop reviews, bro. I don't do pop. I don't do R&B. I do hip hop. When you're ready to come back to some hip hop heads with some hip hop shit, you let me know. Because other than this, I'm checking out of this shit. This is trash rap. Point blank. I'm checking out of this. You can keep this shit. Whoever likes this shit can go roll with this shit. I'm going to fuck with some hip hop shit. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I am really offended that a guy... I'm sitting here saying that Post Malone has freaking culture vultured, and you're right there with this dude. You looking like a culture vulture. Like, this is crazy right now. And I know you're not a culture. You love this shit too much to sit back. And I get it. You got a lot of pressure on your back. You could have made these numbers without this garbage. You could have put a joint out beatbox and people would have bought it. So it doesn't make a difference. But this is not where this is supposed to go. This is not what Eminem, the promise of Eminem, was supposed to be. Point blank. This is not what we signed up for. This is not what we deserve. If you're not a hip-hop head no more, I need you to retire from that and go do whatever half-foot-in nonsense this is supposed to be. My name is Chuck with Gales, Charles Brown, CLBMG. I took up enough of your time. Like the video, don't like the video. Get in the comments, say whatever you want to say. But this right here, salute to Eminem. You're going to always be one of the greatest MCs ever. And I'm always going to hold you in the highest regard. I'm going to act like this album never happened. And I'm going to wait for the next album where you understand that we hip-hop heads deserve better than this shit right here. This is fucking trash. Audio Liquor Magazine. Peace.